big part and a big reason of that.
Wow.
And the other part is.
So he went to the team that was in the NBA Eastern Conference Finals last year.
No. But that guy who was on that team or had a breakout year wasn't on that team anymore.
Yeah.
So, but Kyrie took over that team. It wasn't automatic they were going to do what they did.
They were in
that
the
was
final,
not the plan.
They were in the yeah. It wasn't the plan because the Celtics weren't on his list.
But you got to admit that Kyrie has made the most. When I look at MVP, the most impact, he's impacted that team by far more than anything. Don't forget, this is the same LeBron James and the numbers that he's put up when they lost to the Knicks and the Nets back to back. And remember, they were bad to start the season, even with LeBron on them the first 15 or 13 games.
Yeah.
So when I look at it, and James Harden, we know what he can do. Same thing. Great numbers, 31 points, NBA best. But I'm telling you, Kyrie's impact when I think of MVP would be Kyrie first, James Harden second, LeBron James third.
I got LeBron and Harden at the top. I think what's going to hurt Harden is that with CP3, they're 15-0. That hurts his case. Because what would this team look like? Now, would they have a what? I think they're 22-4? Would they have 25-4?
25-4, yep.
Would they be that? Probably not. But they'll take LeBron off the Cavaliers. As they're currently constructed, they're worse than the Nets.
That's not fair.
Hold on. Now I gave you a chance. You're going to get your chance to go after Skip. You get your chance to repeat what I'm saying. Take Kyrie, because Kyrie's missed a couple of games, and they've won. So if you take Kyrie, this is still a very good team. This team had a better record than the Cleveland Cavaliers last year with Kyrie, LeBron, and Kevin Love. That's what we do know. Those pieces were there. Now, James Harden, maybe because he's finished second the last couple of years, Skip, maybe, he's getting some, man, James Harden, I didn't think he could play like this. Definitely didn't think he could play like this with CP3. Now he's 31. He's still dishing out 9 assists. He and LeBron are tied with 9. Well, he's third in assists behind LeBron. I got Harden with a slight lead, maybe 1 vote, 2 votes over LeBron. But given the percentages in which LeBron is shooting, the second best player supposed to be, Isaiah Thomas hadn't played and set foot on the court yet. He's definitely 1 or 2. Right now, in my book, he'd be number 2. He had one last night. He just shot up to the top and stayed there like that star on top of the Christmas tree that I set up.
Plummeted in the last.
I mean, he lost the game, Skip, but he still shot 64%.
Okay.
You still claiming that trait, huh?
I did.
I want to shake your hand.
Stop shaking
Thank
hands.
you for the wisdom that you
Ain't no-
imparted.
Here we
It was
go.
the most brilliant
You ought to
salvo
stop, Rob
of
Parker.
wisdom we've ever gotten from Rob Parker on Undisputed, and I appreciate that. And in fact, I was wavering. I didn't know if I could really get away with making the Kyrie case, and you have pushed me completely over the Kyrie line. I know it's early, but the impact Kyrie has had on a roster that also had to give up a bunch of pieces to get him on the roster.
That's not the same team from last year.
There's no
Shannon.
Avery
It's not the
Bradley.
same team.
Yeah. And by the way, LaShannon Sharp sitting across from me. Do you realize that your Cavaliers, of all the teams in the NBA, have played the most sub-500 teams? They played 19 times.
They
against sub-500.
feast on those teams.
They just feasted.
Feasted on the Celtics, too.
I swear they played the Atlanta Hawks 9 times already, and 7 of them have been in Cleveland.
No.
Every night I look up, you're playing the Hawks again?
Well, we played the Bucks 3 times already.
Okay, well, at least that's credible to me. But I keep looking at the whole body of work of LeBron. And listen, seriously, from my heart, LeBron is having a great year. He is. He's almost 33 years of age in his 15th year, and he said, it's been about a week ago, he said, I want to shatter the mold of what older players can do.
Yeah.
He is doing that. Yeah. He looks great. He's playing great. I take nothing away from that, but I take a lot away from the competition because
Kyrie playing against that same competition.
Okay, but it feels like Kyrie isn't LeBron James. You're telling it's the best player on the planet.
Okay,
And I'm accepting that. The bar is raised up here.
Okay.
But I keep looking at the Cavs schedule and I say, what have you done? They won at Detroit when Detroit was pretty good, looked pretty good, and they
blew them away.
Annihilated
Right.
them.
And
I was like,
Detroit blew Celtics away. You want to talk about that?
No, we don't want to talk about that. Not now.
Detroit has now fallen to 17-13. They're just like Milwaukee. They're just pretty good. They're a pretty good Eastern Conference team. That's
Catch them on a good night. They can
Okay.
beat anybody. Catch them on a bad night. They're getting blown out.
Okay, but in the end, I feel like the NBA season hasn't even started yet, and I can't wait for Christmas Day. This man's going to be at my place. We're going to celebrate Christmas together, as always. And yet, at noon Pacific time, I guess it's 3 o'clock Eastern time, we've got Kevin Durant head-to-head with LeBron James. It's in Oakland, but no Steph. So is that not going to be a big moment for Kevin Durant, who's on a little bit of a quiet MVP role here lately with no Steph? He's putting up MVP caliber numbers over these 5 games without Steph. And now Steph has been ruled out for Christmas Day. So we're going to have Kevin Durant head-to-head with the man he beat head-to-head in the NBA Finals
About
when he
time.
shot that
Remember
three
that
right,
shot
in,
right in his face?
Yeah.
Yeah, right in his face.
Remember what we did? Remember what we did to him in OKC when they had home court advantage?
Were you on the team?
Yeah, you remember the Cavaliers when you cried, talk about LeBron fouled Kevin Durant. He should have got that call. I remember it like yesterday.
Wait.
And I'm about to call you the
Wait, did you-
FOB.
What?
Full of bull jive.
Full of bullshit?
Yeah.
Wait, are we going back to the baby thunder? You mean the
What?
LeBron's first ring?
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, before he went to Golden State, can you tell the people at home what LeBron used to do to Kevin Durant every year?
Before he went to Golden State.
Yes. Put butts in him.
Okay.
That's why he went to Golden State.
Okay, we're talking about now. And there's no Steph.
Last Christmas Day, what happened?
A robbery happened.
Oh, don't do that.
It was a
Skip.
complete robbery. I
Don't do
told
that.
you it was.
Don't do that,
And
Skip.
he jinxed me, and he's probably going to jinx me again because I've never watched a game with Rob Parker that didn't get jinxed.
Is that right?
Whatever I wanted, I lost.
You
so
know
I
he
kind of
slept, Rob.
conceded Christmas Day. Well, I'm
He bad
So should
luck.
I not come over
I
on
don't
Christmas?
know.
Or
I'm thinking
Hey, just give him a plate and send him on his way, Skip.
maybe you should come and watch the next game.
the next
How about-
game, not the big game
I
you
forget.
want
I think
to see.
it's who is it?
I'm not a
Kyrie
jinx.
against somebody. in
I'm
the
a-
second
I'm a
game.
lucky charm.
You ain't no lucky
Washington,
charm.
yeah.
If you hadn't been watching the game last year against Atlanta, they'd have won the game.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, you start. They knew
Show
you
up
were
for
watching.
the Celtics game, skip the Cavs game.
Yeah,
Man.
then you jinx Kyrie, but that's okay.
But here's the thing. I mean, you're right. I mean, there are some times that it's like Peyton Manning. There are a lot of years that Peyton Manning could have won the MVP, but you can't. They're like, well, you can't. Why you can't? They gave it to Gretzky 9 straight years, Skip. They used to give it to Bonds because why? He was the best player.
He was.
He
No, and Bonds won it 7 times, which is unbelievable.
And Terry Pendleton, the year Terry Pendleton won, I think it was 93, he could have won it again. He finished second. He finished second to Jeff Kent. So really, he got 7. He really should have like 9 or 10. But if he's the best player having that year, give it to him.
No, but this is, we've seen it in the NBA with Jordan. I mean, right? Barkley won.
Where they robbed Shaq. Steve Nash got Shaq
Second one
MVP.
was a robbery. It was. He should have won. Shaq should have won. I'll give Steve Nash the first one,
Yeah.
but not the second one.
Yeah. He won
And
back to back.
To sum up Kyrie, I can't give you the numbers. The numbers don't stack up to LeBron or James or even to Kevin Durant because he's 24,
Or Giannis.
3 rebounds, or Giannis. That's a good point. 3 rebounds, 5 assists. It's just not good enough. But if you watch Kyrie, the impact he's having on this team, they were at Indiana. I know Indiana isn't great. They're another one of those mediocre Eastern Conference teams. But late in that game, he made 3 threes in the last 2 minutes of that game, which they came back and stole from
Bogdanovich, all he has to do is hold on to the ball.
just
make
hold
him foul you,
Yeah.
go to the free throw line, and you win.
Make free throws,
Yeah.
right.
Okay?
He
But
throw the ball over there. Take it.
Kyrie is having impact. They're 2.5 games up on the Cavs. It's early, but that I would lean in that direction. And we did not talk about this.
No, and the other thing, too, is the Hayward. You know, they constructed that team.
They did.
And for him to get hurt in the first game and not to just collapse. Kyrie could have said, oh, my God, what did I do?
Yep.
This is going to be terrible, and the Celtics are going to be bad. And what did they do?
That's why
they
Bron-
ran off 14 straight.
Well,
What
he
was it,
better be
14?
named. Well, he'll get named the starter. Bron gonna want to go to the other side, to the West.
Well, it will be. Doesn't LeBron have
Well,
the option to choose?
No. The starter will be named. I believe Kyrie will be named the Eastern Conference starter. But then you get to
And
pick
then you get to pick the guys
You get
after
to
that.
pick the reserves after that. That's what they should be televised. If I'm LeBron, I'm going on.
So you know what? If I'm Kyrie, I'll just say to the other players, freeze LeBron out. Don't throw the ball to him.
You
How
know
about that?
what happened?
It's gonna be petty wars?
What happened to a guy that did that in the All-Star game? A guy's rookie year. What happened after that?
Didn't work out.
Yeah. The 92 Olympic, the Dream Team.
I know.
That was Isaiah.
Because you know good well Isaiah was supposed to be on that team.
But it wasn't.
over
You know what
Stockton.
was wrong, though, is that Bird was a part of that, too. And Isaiah
was.
got all the blame.
Yeah.
But Bird, it was Bird and Isaiah who came up with
If
it.
you remember, Bird, Parrish, and McHale and them, they didn't shake Isaiah and them hand when they beat them and walked off the court. They walked off the court and didn't shake nobody's hand.
That is a fact.
But they blistered Isaiah because he didn't shake
did it?
Jordan's hand.
That is
What
true.
you're saying is the NBA has been petty for a very
a
long time.
long time. Like Patty Riley, he's been a part of it. That's what we call Pat Riley. Not Petty.
Eddie Riley.
No blasphemy for that. Is Tom Brady a lock to become the oldest MVP